liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
For free information, call 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908. Don't wait. Call now. 800-841-0908. That's 800-841-0908.
Out and about once again in Troy, Missouri. South Lincoln Drive means Country State of Mind Designs. I'm talking with Lisa today. There's a saying that goes, if your business doesn't have a sign, there's no sign of your business.
That's correct.
So Country State of Mind Designs does so much more than just signs. But that's the main thrust of things, right? You're trying to help the visibility of local businesses to, ensure their viability.
We thrive on helping you guys be noticeable and recognizable. We can do anything from light signs, flat signs, vehicle graphics, shirts.
You guys have a lot more to offer than just signs.
We do embroidery here. We also have the newest and latest t-shirt with the direct-to-film printer. We actually print in-house.
You guys have a great website at countrystateofminddesigns.com. And if somebody wants to talk about an upcoming project, Lisa, how do they get a hold of you?
636-775-1117, or they can email us at csmdesigns.troy@gmail.com.
Out and about in Troy, Missouri at Country State of Minds at 139 South Lincoln Drive. Come see Lisa and the whole staff today.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 10 o'clock in the Heartland.
Fox News, I'm Paul Stevens. Pope Leo XIV delivering his first Sunday blessing, addressing the faithful in St. Peter's Square today in Vatican City.
Regina Caeli, letare, Alleluia.
This follows his election last week, his formal inauguration set for May 18th. Another round of nuclear talks with Iran wrapping up in Oman as President Trump also leaves for the Middle East on Monday. White House Deputy Chief of Staff James Blair on Fox and Friends Weekend.
What we hope to come out of here with is really just next steps. Each level of talks has been more detailed, and hopefully this weekend will continue that progress.
Blair also saying that President Trump has made it clear there will be no ability for Iran to gain a nuclear weapon. America's listening to Fox News.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-444-2013. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-444-2013.
Wrestling fans, mark your calendars. On Saturday, June 7th, World League Wrestling cranks up the action with Overdrive, live from the legendary Harley Race Wrestling Arena in Troy, Missouri. This is more than just a show. It's a full-throttle night of professional wrestling featuring the best talent on the wrestling scene today. See rising stars from World League Wrestling in championship matches, including the NWA television champion Carson Bartholomew Drake, challenging Camaro Jackson for the NWA World League Heavyweight Championship, plus much more. Whether you're a die-hard fan or bringing the family out for a night of unforgettable entertainment, WLW delivers the action like no one else. Doors open at 6 p.m., bell time at 7. Tickets available now at harleyrace.com, but don't wait. This event will sell out. World League Wrestling Overdrive. This is the greatest wrestling on God's green earth.
from the Fox News Podcasts Network. Listen to the all-new Bret Baier podcast featuring Common Ground, talking to lawmakers weekly from opposite sides of the political spectrum about the issues of the day and how Americans can find common ground in a politicized world.
That's just not happening on Capitol Hill. It takes leadership, right?
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Along with all your Bret Baier favorites like the campaign, the candidates, the all-star panel, and much more. Available now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's commercial property and development expert Rick Meyer.
Lincoln County has seen tremendous growth, and especially in residential, but along with that brings commercial development opportunities. Meyer & Company Real Estate's really tried to focus, and a lot of my direct focus has been on how can we bring good growth to our area, bring the services that we need. I think there has been a lot of interest by commercial developers to come and bring projects to, and we're right in the middle of it. There is a lot of interest in multifamily apartments or villas. Bottom line, not everybody can afford to buy a new house or find a place of their own on acreage. We really do have a need for multifamily and rental properties, whether it's a retail type operation. We're trying to attract those type businesses to the area as well.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
In Game 3 of the NBA's Western Conference semifinals on Saturday night, the Minnesota Timberwolves won at Golden State 102-97 for a 2-1 lead. Anthony Edwards scored 36 points, including the clinching three-pointer with 1:19 to play. Julius Randle, a triple-double, 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. In the Stanley Cup playoffs on Saturday night, the Vegas Golden Knights won at Edmonton 4-3 in dramatic fashion. Riley Smith scored the game-winning goal for Vegas with 0.4 seconds remaining of the third period. Edmonton still leads the series 2-1. Earlier, the Carolina Hurricanes defeated the Washington Capitals 4-0. Carolina leads that series 2-1. And in Major League Baseball on Saturday night, the San Diego Padres won at Colorado 21-0. The Rockies' record now 6-33.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Overcast clouds in Troy, getting down to 52 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the upper 60s, light rain likely. Temperatures in the upper 70s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 66. In Wentzville it's 65 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, good Sunday morning. We are live in the Gateway Fiber Studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, this is Uncensored Wrestling Talk. I am Sarge Phillips, and this morning, at the moment, joined by the Nematode Nelly. He's the super fan. He's Tim Williams. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning.
Here in just a few minutes, we'll have our resident referee.
I don't know why he's like playing John Cena all the time.
Yeet. HD Daniels. He'll be here in just a little bit.
I think he's a secret John Cena fan.
I don't think so.
I mean, he's showing up. You can't see me all this time.
I'd be shocked and surprised. I would be shocked and surprised. You know, before we get into anything else, real quick, you know, of course, also we're live on the radio station's Facebook page. You can find that at 1280 AM, 105.3 FM, KYRO. Traveling East Productions. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble. Go like and subscribe. And, of course, Uncensored Wrestling Talk's Facebook page as well. And we're also on X, UW Talk, KYRO. We're like everywhere. But first, what a beautiful morning it is here in East Lincoln County and the St. Louis area. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful, beautiful time. And with that being said, I want to say real quick, Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers and the soon-to-be mothers as well. Because you know what? Without them, we wouldn't be here.
Nope. I mean, who would take care of our laundry? Yes, I got my wife.
Already starting off on the wrong foot there, Superfan.
No, I love her. She takes care of me. And today's a day that she can be pampered and all that. So
there you go. There you go. Don't let her do a thing.
Nope.
Don't let her raise a finger to do anything. But there you go, and there you have it. The video broadcast, of course, of the shows here on KYRO are brought to you in partnership with Traveling Ace Productions and made possible by Blue Line Lawn Care and Landscaping, Original Crow Feather Crystal Healing Jewelry, Pickle on the Run, and, of course, also Country State of Mind Designs. And you can find all those awesome businesses on Facebook, Instagram, and X as well. And as I finish that up, coming in, grab that one right there you go. Coming in right now, he is our resident referee, Mr. 1, 2.
Don't say it.
3.
No.
Oh, hang on. Let me turn your mic on.
Yeet.
Go ahead, young man.
Say yeet.
There you go. He is, of course, the one and only Mr. H.D. Daniels.
Good morning. Good morning.
And with him, a special guest
we have
this
a special
morning.
guest today.
A very special. The most specialist guest that we've had here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk in the last 5 years.
Well, thanks, Sarge.
He is little H.D. Good morning, little H.D.
Morning.
Are you doing good?
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
There you go. I got to ask you first, little HD. You got to go to Backlash last night. Did you have fun last night?
Yep.
Who was your favorite one that you got to see last night?
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. I can dig that. I can dig it. Now, before we get into everything with Backlash, we've got some breaking news. Last night on... I love those sunglasses on you.
I don't like those sunglasses.
Yeet, yeet, yeet.
Tim over there likes Gunther.
Yeah. Last night, NJPW also had a show called Resurgence. And Mercedes Moné's nearly year-long run as the NJPW Strong Women's Champion has officially ended. AZM emerged victorious in the main event of NJPW Resurgence, defeating Moné and Mina Shirakawa, who we know is now under contract to AEW, in a triple threat title match. The closing sequence saw Shirakawa toss Moné out of the ring, allowing AZM to seize the moment and score several near falls. She eventually managed to pin Shirakawa for the win, crowning herself the new champion. After the match was over, Moné was furious, blaming Shirakawa for the loss. The two exchanged words before Moné shoved Shirakawa, prompting a heated chase to the backstage area. Meanwhile, AZM celebrated in the ring with her newly won title, declaring, "It's AZM time." Now, despite the setback, Moné still holds the AEW TBS Championship and Rev Pro United British Women's title. And there's a third title. We were trying to remember before we came on the air, HD, what that third title was. Do you remember by chance?
That Mercedes has?
Yeah.
It's like a strong woman's title or some sort of...
Yeah, she lost that one.
It's a heritage championship.
It's a heritage.
It's a heritage.
I forget the company, but it's a heritage championship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she is scheduled to face Jamie Hayter at AEW's Double or Nothing later this month, with the winner earning a shot at Toni Storm's AEW Women's World Championship at All In this July. So we'll see we'll see what exactly happens with all that. All right, let's go ahead and turn our attention straight to last night. For here in St. Louis, we had, I think, one of the better pay-per-views after a WrestleMania, and I'm talking like the first 2 or 3 months after a pay-per-view, which is, of course, Backlash. And Backlash, really well named because there's a lot of stuff that's going on, usually that's Backlash from WrestleMania. We had 4 matches that had been announced up until just a few days ago, and a 5th one was added. Before we jump into the results and talking about all of those matches, my first question for you guys, with it only being 5 matches, do you like that format of just having those many matches on a regular pay-per-view like Backlash?
I don't. I think there needs to be a lot more.
Yeah, I was shocked to find out they only had 5 matches because I know we were picking matches and everything, and it's like, really only 5? I mean, I would have. Yeah, you don't want 20 like AEW does, but I'm thinking generally should be at least 7.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to go back to like the early days of the draft, they had Raw shows and they had SmackDown shows. You could get away with it then. But to not even have your world champion, especially your world champion on the Backlash show, was just ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, that's not
was
just
okay
because we didn't get to yeet.
Nobody yeeted.
The world
that made it a great
No,
night.
we yeeted during Pat McAfee's entrance, right?
Yep.
Oh, did you? You yeeted during Pat McAfee?
Well, because he does the whole whoa, that whole thing.
Nice. Did you get other people around you to do the yeeting with you? Nah.
There were some kids around us.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Because, see, the reason I asked that also is because 5 matches with WWE, and then on the other side of the spectrum, with like AEW, it's usually anywhere between 12 and 14.
Yeah.
And we have said a few times that depending on those type of matches and stuff, those are a little bit too long of a night with that many matches on it because it makes you lose your attention span. I think anyway. What do you guys think with it being comparing the 5 and the 12 to 14?
There needs to be a happy medium.
Yeah, I mean, really, 7 to 8, I think, would be the happy medium between it, just because you feel like you're going to get your bang for your buck.
Yep.
But you're also going to get to see more than just a couple title matches.
We have some comments on the Facebook page already.
Let's see.
Let's go ahead and get to those. Now, HD, before you came in, we were talking about it being Mother's Day, the Mother's Day, and saying Happy Mother's Day to all the women out there that are mothers and the soon-to-be mothers. And Superfan over here made it a point of saying that Mother Superfan wasn't going to have to do anything today, right?
No.
So she says, first and foremost, yeet. And I will let you know, Sarge, if he does laundry today. So you're on the hook, buddy.
Is it laundry day?
Yeah, generally Sunday's laundry day.
Laundry day. You better do the laundry.
And of course, Sherry Harley as well saying, thank you, Sarge. Well, it's my pleasure to say Happy Mother's Day to all you awesome moms out there. Because like I said, if it wasn't for you moms, hey, none of us would be here, right?
True.
Yep. Now, I want you to do me one more favor real quick before we really get rolling. You see that middle screen up there?
Yeah.
Do you see yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else can see you too. Let's wave. There we go. Having fun here in the Gateway Fiber studio. The first match. Whew. After this match was over with, my very first thought was, how are the rest of these other matches going to follow this one? Because it was a 4-way match for the WWE United States Championship. It was the champion, Jacob Fatu, taking on L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Versus Damian Priest. And also versus Drew McIntyre. Fatal 4-way. I don't care what anybody says. This Jacob Fatu, yeah, he's a Samoan buzzsaw, all right. He puts in the work. I'm telling you what, he is one heck of a wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, the whole all gas, no brakes. I mean, he goes out there and he pushes and pushes and pushes.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
What was our favorite match of the night last night?
Fatal 4-way.
The Fatal 4-way. Yeah, nice.
A lot of action.
Yeah.
A lot of... Everybody just seemed they had their chance to win the belt.
Now, where you guys were sitting, you had told me last night that your guys' seats were going to be like right behind the entrance area.
We were, yeah.
When Damian Priest put Drew McIntyre on the side where all the equipment is, through those two tables, I got to ask, number one, were you guys able to see that?
So
yeah,
we could see, little dots, falling off the stage or the platform that they were on.
Mm-hmm.
But we couldn't see like the aftermath. They jumped off and then they disappeared.
So as you know, when we're watching it on TV, we don't see like the big, the Jumbotron that's in the middle of the arena and stuff. Did they have the camera shots and stuff going on?
Yeah, they had what you saw on Peacock on the Jumbotron
Gotcha.
above center ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Young man, I got to ask you, what did you think when Damian Priest put Drew McIntyre through those two, not one, but two tables?
It was awesome, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And at that particular moment when that happened, there were several officials from the back that went running down to check on both of those wrestlers. And as soon as they showed them, picked her out from the get-go. Superfan, I know you did as well. Did you see it on the Titantron?
No, I was happy to get your message though.
Yeah.
When you texted, you're like, "That's Skylar Sparks."
That was Skylar Sparks.
No,
how the heck did she become an official with the WWE? That's what I want to know.
She probably pulled some strings or something.
Or she scared somebody.
Or she blackmailed someone.
She was telling people she's going to chop them or hit them.
Yeah, she probably was carrying that plaque around. She was probably carrying that plaque around, threatening to smash everybody's head in.
Right. She probably, when they see this placard, that means I can do whatever I want, wherever I want.
You're probably not wrong.
That's why she didn't have it with her out there.
She probably did. She probably had it in her back pocket or something. But when that happened, that left L.A. Knight. Yeah. And Jacob Fatu. And I thought, oh, here we go. Jacob Fatu's going to get this one. But before anything really happened, here comes a man that I personally got to meet at the very last pay-per-view in 2020 before COVID-19 hit.
Oh, you met him?
Oh, yeah. I got to spend I got to spend about an hour and a half with him. I was able to be backstage, part of the press crew and all that kind of stuff, representing the radio station.
For which show?
That was Gateway Honor.
Oh, okay.
That was the very last pay-per-view of the year, or of 2020 before COVID-19 actually hit and shut everything down.
So
for
you got
to
interview him.
Yeah, I actually talked. Well, not really so much interviewing for like the show, but just to sit down and just man to man, just talking and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
That was very, very cool. Okay. And something that I didn't know was that he actually went to college here in the state of Missouri.
Really?
SEMO. Yeah. So that was very cool. But I will say,
we gotta say his name at least. We haven't.
I was about to.
Okay.
His name is Jeff Cobb, and. I was kind of surprised to see him show up because it was still in the air of whether he was going to sign with AEW or WWE. And, in the last couple of years, he's made several appearances on AEW.
Yep.
Helping Chris Jericho, helping out a few other people. Not so nice guy doing that stuff. But, it is what it is sometimes, right? But he laid in. He did a number on LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, of course, that helped Jacob Fatu with what Jeff Cobb did get that victory. But I don't know. From what I was seeing on the TV, Jacob Fatu did not look very pleased with the fact that Solo Sikoa had brought in Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious that he was expected to take care of it his own way, and then to have an interference like that, I don't think he was very happy. So I don't know if there's going to be more of a split in the bloodline again or what.
Well, I think it's getting really hard for Triple H to deny that Jacob's over.
Yeah.
People want him.
Oh, yeah.
People,
Yada. What is that? Yada, you know what I mean?
Nah mean?
Is that like no ice?
Noise. That's noise.
Noise.
It's hard to deny that people want to get behind Jacob, so they're teasing a split.
Yeah.
Who knows if it'll happen? But
I'm going to lay money right now that it doesn't happen for a very long time.
No, Triple H likes these long burn things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, with all of that being said, yes, Jacob Fatu retained the United States Championship. But the next question is, who's next to step up to Jacob Fatu? You got any ideas, young man?
How is he like Damian Priest? I don't know.
You want to see him go one-on-one with Damian Priest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. HD, what do you think?
So Jacob just beat 3 other guys. It might be time for someone like an Andrade.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah. El Idolo.
Yeah, I was thinking along the same line. What about Ray Phoenix?
Yeah, Ray Phoenix.
A monster versus Lucha.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool to see. All right. With that all being said, we are up against our very first break here in the first hour of Uncensored Wrestling Talk. So we are going to go ahead and take that break, about 45 seconds or so. And when we come back, we're going to continue on with the next match that happened on Backlash St. Louis right after this.
Need that morning pick-me-up on your way to work? Downtown Winfield's the place to be. Common Grounds Coffee House, featuring the almost world-famous Block 25. Common Grounds Coffee House. Check us out on Facebook or stop by today, 205 Main Street, downtown Winfield.
Now at Menards, save big on everything for your landscaping project. Whether you're shopping for edgers, pavers, or wall blocks, Menards has the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscape block ready to take home today. Plus, get fast free estimates when you use our landscape design program, available in-store and on Menards.com. Save big on landscape blocks when you shop at Menards. Also, check out the great deals from our weekly flyer on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
24-hour towing and recovery in Lincoln, Warren, Pike, or St. Charles County. Call B&B Towing, 636-262-3865. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. B&B will be on the way, 636-262-3865.
Well, welcome back. Uncensored Wrestling Talk this very awesome day, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all those awesome moms out there. And we continue with Backlash St. Louis from last night, emanating from the Enterprise Center, where our very own HD Daniels and Little HD were there last night, enjoying the festivities. The second match that happened last night, the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Of course, the champion, Lyra Valkyria, taking on the man, Becky Lynch. You're right, Becky Lynch. Who did you want to win that one, young man? Did you want Lyra to win, or did you want Becky to win?
Becky.
You wanted Becky too?
Yeah.
Nice.
We're a Becky family.
Yes, I'm
sorry.
I
You're
like
a Yee family, a Becky family.
We are.
You need
You
some better water.
You just are not in the cool crowd, my friend.
I'm not. Might not be in the cool crowd, but we know that this is going to lead to something else.
It might. It might. You never know.
I will say that I was happy to see Lyra step up not for once. I'm not going to say she's never stepped up before, but I think she proved her worth.
It was definitely one of her stronger performances.
Her promo on Raw and her performance last night really solidified she's here to stay. Before last night, it was a blah championship reign. And she was the NXT champion too.
You're right. She was.
Yeah.
But it looks like, I don't know, did she break her nose?
She looked pretty razzled after that beatdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She did look razzled. Razzled and frazzled.
Yeah.
But, you know, I got to say, no, of course, Lyra Valkyria, for little HD, for myself, unfortunately retained the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship.
In lame fashion.
In very lame fashion.
It sounds like sour grapes to me.
Listen, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's AJ Styles. Roll-up victories are lame.
I have to agree.
Okay, so I'm going to throw this out there. This week, count the roll-up victories.
All lame.
We've got a message on the Facebook page from the one and only Mr. Herb Simmons. Good day, gentlemen, and good day to yourself, sir. Hope you're having a great Sunday morning. He says, like the new young man on the program. You've got fans, young man. I love it. I love it.
Thanks, Herb.
You know, with that ladies match, though, now we said that first match, that Fatal 4-Way, was a great match, and for the three of us anyway, I don't know about you, Superfan, you can answer this in a moment. That was our match of the night.
Okay.
But that women's match was barely a quarter of a notch behind that.
It was a really good match.
It really was.
Yeah.
It was
it
well
told
put
a
together.
Good story all the way. And actually, I almost thought that was the match of the night.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And you
because
honestly,
just the way
you would
that
be
they,
wrong.
you know, you just didn't know who was going to win. They hit each other with several finishers. I mean, and you thought the turnbuckle was going to come into effect, and all the manhandle slams and all the
shoot, Becky hit her with like what four different
five
manhandle slams at different points.
One of my main takeaways from the whole night was, what do finishers even mean anymore?
You know, we have had that conversation so many times here on Uncensored Wrestling.
It's been a conversation for a few years, especially since NXT Black and Gold days.
Yeah.
But last night it was so glaring.
It really was. And I really wish wrestling as a whole, not just WWE, wrestling as a whole, I wish that they would get back to, hey, somebody hits a finisher move, that's it.
Yeah.
You're done for. So,
but nowadays everybody has 2 or 3 different finishers. I think that probably plays into it.
It does.
It does. You're definitely right. It does play into it. You know, and now it's like they have to hit all of their finishers before the match, before they really get a bona fide 1, 2, 3. Yeet.
Yeet.
No.
You can say yeet when you agree. It's okay.
It's okay. It really is okay, Superfan. You can say it.
I am not going to utter that one terrible word. The closest I will be is eat.
Good Lord have mercy.
You can yeet when you eat.
I can eat.
Yeah, I like your son. I like the way he thinks. Yeet, yeet, yeet. Now, next, it was the men's Intercontinental Championship. And I thought also this match was very well done.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio, the champion, taking on Penta Sato Miato. That's right, young man. I love it. I love it. How long? Because, I mean, Penta is over. I mean, he is just like...
Oh, yeah, he came in over.
Yeah.
Almost on the same... I don't want to say he's on the same level as Jey Uso's Yeet, but boy, I tell you what, he's pretty close behind with the way everybody reacts to Penta and that slow walk he does with touching everybody's hands real slow. Hey, everybody's digging it, right?
Yep.
So, how long do you guys think it'll be before Penta actually holds some singles gold?
I think in that specific regard, Triple H is kind of in a pickle with creative. 'Cause Dominic just won the title, so he can't just flip-flop.
Right.
He's not that kind of a guy. So Penta's going to have to just ride his wave of popularity without a title for a while, I think.
Oh, here we go again. Well, first, Herb Simmons says, enjoyed seeing Austin Mulitalo selling for Randy. Young man doing the right thing. Absolutely. Also very cool to see.
It was very cool.
Skylar Sparks again as well, regardless of what Superfan says. And then also, Miss Emily Williams on the Facebook has a question for Little HD. She asks, who is your favorite wrestler right now?
Out of all the wrestlers.
And no answer is wrong.
I would say Cody.
You would say Cody Rhodes?
Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
Nice.
Who was your favorite first wrestler when you were really little?
Oh, Ricochet.
Ricochet. You know what? When he
Who's
was
your
in the
favorite
WWE, his dad. Duh. Before Ricochet went to AEW and just turned
I was
really
hoping for
bad
Charles
and mean,
Robinson.
Me too.
he was really, really good in the WWE, and he was really, really good in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he was really, really good in Lucha Underground too. So, do what?
Until Braun Breaker came along.
Yeah, Braun Breaker came along and broke him in half.
He has a memory like no other.
I'm telling you, I'm impressed. I'm very, very impressed. I love it. I love it. Well, with everything being said, of course, Dominic Mysterio holding on to that Intercontinental Championship, and of course, on the post show, he said in no certain terms, he is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Little HD, what do you think? Is he the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time?
Dominic?
Nah, I would think like Braun Breaker or something. I mean, like, Braun Breaker just did the spear to Carmelo through the announce table, so he really hurt himself, probably.
Yeah. No mention of Gunther because of him being the longest rating. I love it. I absolutely love it.
We can only go back about 8 years with him.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Gunther was just, last year?
I know.
When he lost the Intercontinental Championship to Sami Zayn at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been that long.
I
And
know.
You said he's got a great memory, and
He does.
I believe it.
But Gunther's not the greatest to him, Sarge.
Gunther's not the greatest.
WrestleMania.
Say that again?
Never won at WrestleMania.
That's right. You're absolutely right. Gunther has never won yet at WrestleMania.
He should have won last
He
year.
may never win it at WrestleMania.
Are they going to do the longest losing streak at WrestleMania, like the Undertaker is the longest winning streak?
That'd be funny.
That would be interesting. That would be very, very interesting.
What do you guys think of Dominic in general?
You know,
he's playing it like he has to play it. I mean, there's no other way he could play it than just to be this over the top, I'm the best, and just like with Big E, he was like, well, you had all this help. He says, well, who's in the ring? Just me and Penta. It was one-on-one all the way through. And the whole amnesia of, I didn't see it. I saw it. I didn't see it,
Yeah.
He's playing it the way it has to be played.
I really think that not just his in-ring work, but his mic work as well that he's been doing, especially over the last 6 months or so, has
it's improved.
Drastically improved,
So
I think.
I was talking to a friend last night about his improvement.
Mhm.
And yes, he has improved, but at the same time, in my view, it's still not good enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in the Intercontinental Champion, the workhorse champion, being Dominic. Like, this guy, he really needs to pick it up. I mean, going to a match with Pentagon, he had a couple flashy moves, but I don't know. I'm just not
Is it
digging
the
it.
fact that you just don't think he could wrestle very well?
Kinda.
He can't sustain just a win streak just because of his wrestling ability.
So I don't like to come on the radio and criticize work rate and wrestling ability, but there's something missing with Dominic. Like he's got the crowd. The crowd is turning. They're for Dominic.
Yeah.
But it's in a sarcastic way because he's such a little.
Careful!
I know.
Careful!
I wasn't gonna.
FCC rules
I know.
here.
I wasn't gonna.
Can't cuss.
I wasn't gonna say it, but he was getting good babyface reactions last night.
Yeah.
But the work in the ring, to me, it's
I don't
got to
know
be better.
If you saw it, but as Penta was coming down to the ring, there was a guy that had the mustache like Dirty Dom and was holding a sign for Dirty Dom.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I did.
Yeah.
I saw that.
And I was like, wow, he is starting. If people are starting to dress up like him,
They are. Yeah.
So with you, HD, big HD, for Dominic Mysterio as the Intercontinental Champion, it's a flat no yeet.
No yeet.
No yeet.
No yeet.
Well,
Maybe a North American champion, which he did have
twice.
But go back to that. Like,
okay,
not the main roster Intercontinental Championship, not yet.
Okay. Well,
so you're thinking a short run, just like Jey Uso's run.
I would prefer a short run, but we'll see.
Now, he did retain that championship last night, but he did have help in retaining that championship last night.
By El John Americano.
El Grande Americano. You are absolutely correct, young man. And you know what? I told y'all. I told both of you guys. Superfan, HD, and this was even before WrestleMania, that El Grande Americano would continue going on, and he's continuing going on.
I don't know if it would still be going if Rey Mysterio was at Mania.
Ooh.
I felt like it was time for Mysterio to unveil the identity, but since he had to go out, I think they decided to keep it going. I could be wrong.
You know what? I'm going to make a little prediction here. If it ever comes down to it, if it's ever a mask versus mask, and it's Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano, Rey Mysterio will probably be the one to get unmasked.
Yep.
Let's do it. Book it. Call him up.
It's not the first
I just
time
want to
Rey
know
has
who
lost
is
his
underneath
mask.
the mask for.
I know. We have no idea.
We have no clue who the El Grande
I'm just glad that he's
Americano
protecting
is.
other people with the padding in his mask, because he's probably got really one strong forehead.
I'm telling you what.
I would say it's probably like not Kurt Angle, but it's like. Wait, no, it's like. It's
Who do you think it is?
Kurt Angle because it has the same skin, same finisher, and
Same ring wear, right?
yeah, but it's confusing. The mask says American made.
Yeah, it does. You're absolutely right.
He's convinced it's not Chad Gable because of that one scene where he got arrested or taken away from security and Chad was on screen.
He's absolutely right.
Yeah.
That did happen.
Well, it's not Chad Gable.
We're all convinced it's not Chad Gable.
Yeah, it's not Chad
Probably
Gable.
like Kurt Angle or something.
It could be.
He thinks it's
It could
Kurt
be.
Angle.
May have come out of retirement.
That's a really
You never
good.
know.
That's a really good.
Now, another comment from Trisha McCary Williams. Dominic will never be the wrestler his dad is. That's a strong statement.
I mean, I don't think he ever will be. I don't think he can be.
But in his mind, he's the best Mysterio, though.
Yes.
To include the man that gave Rey Mysterio the name Rey Mysterio.
Correct.
So, I don't know. All right, we are up against our second break now of Uncensored Wrestling Talk. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the last two matches on WWE Backlash. We're also going to talk about what happened on the post press conference, because it was quite interesting what happened during that crazy thing. So let's go ahead and take our break right now, and we will be right back right after this.
Hey everybody, it's the Burgundy. Today we're at Alternative Automotive and we're with Jerry Hinke. Jerry is kind of a YouTube and Facebook star because he does these very informative videos that he puts on social media. Jerry, one of the things that hit me, it's the holidays. They forget about doing things. One of the most important things that they can do to prolong the life of their car is keep their oil changed.
Absolutely. Maintenance is the most important thing you can do to the car to make it last. You don't have to change your oil. We'll change your engine for you, but it's a lot easier to change your oil.
Why is it so important?
The oil breaks down over time. Gasoline engine has blow-by that goes by the rings, or the explosion happens inside the engine. Particles go down in your oil, and oil does two things. It lubricates and it absorbs carbon. Carbon builds up in the oil. If you have more carbon than you do lubrication properties, it's just going to start eating the metal products it's protecting.
Alternative Automotive, located at 542 Mansion Road, Winfield, just a short drive from everywhere. Keep your car healthy. Bring it to Alternative Automotive today, 542 Mansion Road, or call 368-8267. Give them a like on Facebook.
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's farm auction and acreage expert Dan Stokes.
You know, Meyer & Company's been in the business for over 40 years. We specialize in things called 1031 exchanges, so we're very versed in how to exchange farm ground for other farm ground. So it's something that we do on a daily basis, and we really enjoy doing it.
We are the #1 stop in the region for buying and selling residential, commercial, and farm real estate. We've been serving the area for more than 40 years, and we do it with pride.
It's still a pretty strong seller's market. Dollars per acre is still high. If you're able to connect with a good agent and you can find something off market, we do that all the time, and you know, we're able to still get some deals out there here and there.
Dan Stokes.
You can either call my cell phone at 314-971-0654, or you can call the brokerage at 636-462-5555.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
Attention farmers and ranchers. The Can-Am Ag and Business Program wants to reward hardworking folks like you. Head to your local Can-Am dealer to find out how you can get extra coverage on top of the current offers on select Can-Am Defender and Outlander models. If you've had your eye on a new Can-Am ATV or side-by-side, now's the time to get yours. Visit your local Can-Am dealer today and add a true game changer to your roster. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Overcast clouds in Troy. Getting down to 52 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the upper 60s, light rain likely. Temperatures in the upper 70s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 69. In Wentzville it's 69 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground? Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
You know what you should do there, HD? You should take those headsets and let little HD listen, because he can't hear what the music is
No, he
going on
can't.
right now.
We heard it on the radio driving up.
Oh, okay.
We heard the bumper music, the famous bumper music.
The famous KYRO bumper music. Only ones to use it right here, right now, right this very second. All right, let's get back to Backlash St. Louis that happened last night right here in St. Louis at the Enterprise Center. Gunther, boo.
What's wrong with
he's
Gunther?
He's looking right at you. He's such a troll already.
You are.
Man. Taking on Michael Cole's commentating partner, Pat McAfee.
That's awesome.
I absolutely love it. I love it. So I guess I'm safe to say, or safe in saying, that you're a fan of Pat McAfee. Mm-hmm. Which do you like better now? Do you like his wrestling, or do you like his commentary?
Both.
Both. Okay. Can't pick between.
Yeah, he says he's pretty funny.
Yeah. He is pretty funny. Especially when he gets up on that desk and is yeeting.
Yeah, in every Royal Rumble, like 2 years now, 3 or 2 years, he was the first one who walked out the Royal Rumble starting in 2022 or 2023.
Yeah.
You mean when he just like jumped out of the ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he means. Yeah.
Very true. Very true. That did happen.
Also in 2024, he was like in the Rumble, like, and he just eliminated himself.
He did. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. He sure as heck did.
He literally talked about it before this year's Royal Rumble, like.
Yeah. Yeah. So when he was talking about that before the Royal Rumble this year, did you think maybe he was going to be in the Royal Rumble?
Nah.
Nah.
Not this year.
You got that one right, didn't
I
you?
mean, he was like scared that Braun Breaker and Omos are like one of the toughest wrestlers of them all in WWE.
Yeah.
Okay. He'll just watch Royal Rumbles like on his own, like in his room. He'll just turn on Peacock and watch it, and he'll come out and say, "Remember that time Pat McAfee just ran out of the ring?"
I love it. Yeah. Teaching him right.
Yep.
You're teaching him right.
Music came on, he was like, "What the heck?"
So what did you guys think of this particular match between Pat McAfee and Gunther, and even Michael Cole actually truly getting involved in this match?
I was surprised to see Cole actually get involved, but I was happy to see it. I don't know if that's the right word, but it was fun. I think it was a fun match.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the telestrator to somebody do the telestrator on the McAfee getting back into the ring after when he tripped on the top ring and fell on the floor.
We can forgive that. We can forgive that. He hasn't had a match in a few years.
This is true. It's been a long time since he's been in the ring like that.
What do you want to say?
I would say that my dad didn't see it, but Michael, when Pat McAfee covering Gunther, Michael Cole was grabbing one of Gunther's legs and trying him to not kick out, and he was like ducking for the referee to not see.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't.
You're absolutely right.
We
He did do it.
I saw that.
Oh, he says he saw it. But
He has better eyes than a ref now.
He probably does.
And you guys
Good
were on
point.
the opposite side.
That's why I
He's
didn't see
got
it.
eyes
Yeah.
like a rabbit.
Yep, I saw it on I saw it on the replay. It's like, yeah, I saw that, Dad. You're like, oh, okay.
As far as the match itself went, though, what did you guys think of that particular match?
I thought it was well done.
Yeah, for a squash match like that, yeah.
It really wasn't a squash match, though.
So
traditionally, when I think of a
Right.
squash match, I'm thinking maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes tops. And that one didn't go that way. That one went a good 15, 20 minutes.
I'm going to side with Tim on this one, but I'm going to add some caveats. There's
Okay.
new millennium squash type matches. I don't know what phrase to put it on, but we've talked about this before. When you start a match and the bell rings and you know who's going to win. It doesn't matter what happens in the match, you know who's going to win. The match is almost pointless unless they can make it entertaining, which I think they did last night.
Yeah.
But like AEW is one of the worst culprits of this. When you have a Lance Archer match or you have a Gates of Agony match, you know who's going to win.
Sure, for sure.
So those aren't squashes. I understand they're not squashes, but they're like kind of squashes.
Right.
Yeah, I can see your point.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you knew Pat wasn't going to win that match.
Oh no.
Yeah.
In fact, on that match, all of us had Gunther
Yeah.
pick. So, do you think that ends Pat McAfee's in-ring career?
Ends?
Yeah.
No.
Probably not ends.
No.
I don't think so either.
But I was happy to see Gunther actually did show him a little bit of respect towards the end. Like
I was waiting for like a beatdown, but yeah.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, he didn't shake his hand though either.
Right.
So really, was it respect or more of a standing in the ring and basically without saying it, I beat you, and I beat you to both Pat McAfee and Michael Cole.
It was more of a dominance gesture.
Mhm.
Like, you will shake my hand, I beat you down. You tried, good try, but I still beat you.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it.
Cool. That's cool. Unfortunately, we have to talk about the main event of WWE Backlash St. Louis. It was, of course, for the undisputed WWE Championship, which was held by John Cena. Because, well, John Cena sucks. He does. John Cena sucks.
He cheated with Cody Rhodes, man.
Yep.
Say it again.
He cheated with Cody Rhodes. I mean, all these years, he kept the secret, even like when he was like a kid.
What's the secret he kept?
That some people keep booing him.
Or that he's a bad man.
That's what he's trying to say. Yeah, he's like, John Cena's been. He keeps winning by cheating, and he's been holding in this.
Kind of like the WLW, NWA, WLW women's champion.
She's
Skylar Sparks.
She's not hiding a secret personality, though.
No, she's not.
No. With her, she doesn't care who you are. She doesn't care what you say. Skylar Sparks is going to do what she wants, when she wants to do it, and she'll hit an announcer. She'll
slap a referee.
Well, hang on. She'll hit an announcer in the head with a microphone. She'll swipe out the crutch of an injured wrestler trying to get to the back. She'll slap our very own resident referee into next week. Exactly. Did you see that? Did you see her slap your dad?
No, Dad just.
Did you see his ear after being slapped?
Oh yeah.
It was red, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was. He was awake when I came home, and he said, "Look at my ear," and I told him what happened. It was blood red.
Was you mad at Skylar Sparks for doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my Big Daddy. Why would I not be mad?
That's right. You hear that? Skylar Sparks, if you're listening, Little HD is now also upset with you for slapping HD Daniels at the last wrestling event in Troy, Missouri at the Race Wrestling Arena.
It was not fair, Brian. It was not fair.
Oh,
it was not
fair.
And it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. But you know, that match between John Cena and Randy Orton, it was a really, really good match, I thought.
Are you complimenting a John Cena match?
No, I'm complimenting an Orton match.
Okay.
I am complimenting
But doesn't it take two to tango? So technically, he is complimenting
Randy
John Cena.
Orton carried that entire match because, number one, John Cena can't wrestle.
Oh, boy.
And number two, John Cena sucks.
Yeet.
Yeet. No, what'd you guys think of that match, though?
I think for what John Cena is capable of doing in 2025, it was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine. It wasn't good.
he's not going to put on a 5-star match or really even a good match.
Well, he's never been able to do that.
You know.
Thank you.
But for what he has to work with in his ability right now, I mean, yeah. He did everything that he needed to do, and he came out on top.
I think for maybe his... Earlier I said I don't like to criticize wrestling ability, but I will say his lack of ring... Maybe as ring rust / benefit of the doubt, whatever. His age, being in Hollywood, whatever.
Well, he is 45.
I think being a heel works for him right now in the ring. His promos are something else, but in the ring, this style of wrestling is what he should probably be doing.
So let me ask you this real quick. Since we've got about 3.5 minutes before we go to the top of the hour. This heel John Cena compared to the Doctor of Thugonomics, which one is better? The Doctor of Thugonomics or this John Cena as far as a heel goes? A bad guy.
I think Doctor of Thugonomics is my pick on that. What do you think? The Doctor, or this current John Cena? Which one's a better bad guy?
I would say Doctor.
See, I'm going to disagree. I think it's this one because he has more ability and he can pull more stuff out and it's more believable. If he would have done this with the Dr. Thugonomics, nobody would have believed it.
Well, he can't be the character he is now if it wasn't for the 25 years of babyface John Cena. He can't, say stuff like, the crowd turned on me and stuff like that. But this part, how many heels go out there and say, I'm a bad guy because the fans don't like me? Like that. Think of something new.
Yeah.
Like this is John Cena. This is the heel turn of all heel turns, and that's
supposed to be.
It's supposed to be, and you come out and you blame the fans. Every heel does that.
True.
Every heel does that.
True.
Think of something new.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. Now,
what?
Last night we did see the referee, and then the next referee both get knocked down, knocked out, got back up, came into the ring, but before that original referee came back into the ring, Randy Orton, he was ready to punt the head of John Cena
a few times.
And if that would have happened, he would be the brand new WWE Undisputed Champion. However, R-Truth, I don't know what, I love R-Truth to death, but I don't know what the heck that guy is thinking, coming in, getting involved.
He's saving his childhood hero.
Anyway.
Anyway what?
Let me think.
Okay, you have to keep your thought. He's trying to take over.
Anyway, I did say when R-Truth came along and John Cena won, I would say that I would teach R-Truth a lesson. Do not do that again.
Okay. I can dig it. I can dig it. All right, we're about 30 seconds away from going to the top of the hour. When we come back, we're going to continue talking about the rest of what happened with Backlash. But we are having fun this morning. Of course, I am Sarge, along with Superfan Tim Williams. He's the nematode Nelly. Our resident referee, Mr. 123. HD Daniels, and our very special guest, Little HD Daniels. Yeah, love it. And we'll be right back here in just a little bit. Uncensored Wrestling Talk.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 11 o'clock in the Heartland.
Fox News, I'm Ted Lindner. President Trump says trade negotiations between the U.S. and China are making great progress. Director of the National Economic Council, Kevin Hassett, discusses the best outcome from the talks between the U.S. and China.
The president has said that we're essentially starting from scratch with the Chinese, and they seem to think that they really want to rebuild a relationship that's great for both of us.
Now, according to Fox, the U.S. is at a trade deficit with China at a record $294.5 billion. And House Republicans came out with a portion of President Trump's tax agenda late Friday, bringing them a step closer to getting his big, beautiful spending bill passed. Senate Majority Leader John Thune says the bill's success depends on the president.
When it comes to getting his agenda across the finish line, I think he understands and realizes, as does his team at the White House, that he is the most influential figure in seeing that happens.
Democrats fear the bill will gut key public welfare programs. America's listening to Fox News.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-444-2013. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-444-2013. That's 800-444-2013. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. 800-444-2013.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
A choppy trading session with stocks ending mixed ahead of highly anticipated trade talks scheduled for this weekend in Switzerland between the U.S. and China. The president is floating the idea of bringing tariffs on Chinese imports down to 80% from their current rate of 145%. But he said it'll be up to Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. In the meantime, Fed officials continue to sound the alarm on the impact of tariffs. New York Fed President John Williams expects economic growth to slow considerably and inflation and unemployment to rise. The Dow falling 119 points, the Nasdaq up a point, S&P 500 lower by 4. Shares of Tesla rose over 4%, adding to Thursday's gains with the EV maker stock up for a third straight week. Tesla's weekly gains come amid optimism about the possibility that the U.S. will strike more trade deals. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Hillary Barsky, invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network. Listen to the all-new Bret Baier podcast featuring Common Ground, talking to lawmakers weekly from opposite sides of the political spectrum about the issues of the day and how Americans can find common ground in a politicized world.
That's just not happening on Capitol Hill. It takes leadership, right?
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Along with all your Bret Baier favorites like the campaign, the candidates, the all-star panel, and much more. Available now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's commercial property and development expert Rick Meyer.
Oh, it's been a great family business. My dad started the company, and we have been in business a long time. And really what keeps us in business, I think, is just working with our good customers and clients and the relationships that we're able to build. It's really important to us, our agents, to build that relationship, but provide the service to this your local community.
We are the #1 stop in the region for buying and selling residential, commercial, and farm real estate. We've been serving the area for more than 40 years, and we do it with pride.
You can reach us at and look at all our properties at MeyerListings.com. You can also call us at 636-462-5555.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
In Game 3 of the NBA's Western Conference semifinals on Saturday night, the Minnesota Timberwolves won at Golden State 102-97 for a 2-1 lead. Anthony Edwards scored 36 points, including the clinching three-pointer with 1:19 to play. Julius Randle, a triple-double, 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. In the Stanley Cup playoffs on Saturday night, the Vegas Golden Knights won at Edmonton 4-3 in dramatic fashion. Riley Smith scored the game-winning goal for Vegas with 0.4 seconds remaining in the third period. Edmonton still leads the series 2-1. Earlier, the Carolina Hurricanes defeated the Washington Capitals 4-0. Carolina leads that series 2-1. And in Major League Baseball on Saturday night, the San Diego Padres won at Colorado 21-0. The Rockies' record now 6-33.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Overcast clouds in Troy. Getting down to 52 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the upper 60s, light rain likely. Temperatures in the upper 70s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 69. In Wentzville it's 69 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground? Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, welcome back. Hour number 2 of Uncensored Wrestling Talk. This May the 11th, Mother's Day here in the States. Happy Mother's Day to all you awesome moms and soon-to-be moms out there. For if it wasn't for you, we would not be here in any way, shape, or form. Let us, before we get back to talking about the main event of WWE Backlash St. Louis, I've got to say that our main sponsor of this show, NWA's World League Wrestling, the house that Harley Race built, the next live event will be June the 7th Overdrive, I believe is what it's being called. No matches as of yet that's been announced, but I'm thinking in the next week or so we're probably going to start seeing tricklings of things that are going to be going on. And I tell you, folks, you need to seriously get your tickets right now, because I've said it a million times. I'm going to say it a million more. If you wait around until the time the doors open, could be a very good possibility that you're not going to be able to get in to see all the awesome action that goes on inside that Race Wrestling Arena.
Little HD's going to be there the next show.
Nice. Very cool. Wait, what?
He's like, what?
Yeah, he's going to be there. You're going to be there
I
on the next
can't
wrestling
wait for
show.
that. That's going to be awesome.
Wait a minute.
We're going to Scouts.
Oh, yeah, he says. I love
Sounds
it.
like next week.
But yep, June 7th, get your tickets now. Get them while they're hot, because they won't be around for very much longer. And then, of course, in July, WLW takes the month of July off, and then we're right back at it again. I believe it is August the 9th when we come back from that quote-unquote summer break. So, with that being said, let's get back to talking about the main event. And, of course, we had mentioned that not one, but two referees got knocked down, knocked out of the ring even.
And ran to the stairs.
Yeah, and ran into the stairs and all that good stuff. Then we had after one of the referees had gotten up, Randy Orton should have had the pin a couple of different times.
Right.
And I can't down Randy Orton for being upset and RKOing the referee. And then after that happened, of course, Nick Aldis and several of the officials in security came running down. One of those security people, of course, our very own, the astonishing one, Austin Mulitalo. And Nick Aldis was yelling at Randy Orton. Randy Orton had enough. Hit an RKO on him, then turned and hit one on Austin, and then one on every single one of the other officials. And then here comes R-Truth. Just as Randy Orton was to put it all away with that punt right to the head of John Cena, because John Cena sucks.
Yeet.
He stops him, and that gave John Cena enough time to recuperate, a low blow, a hit in the head with the Undisputed Championship belt, and then for the second time. And then, the first referee finally crawled in, and 3 seconds later, 1, 2, 3, and the match was over. I just could not believe it. Now let's get to some of these comments real quick.
You could believe it.
Yeah. We all said that, unfortunately, John Cena was going to win, and he did. But getting to the Facebook comments real quick. From Herb Simmons, enjoyed seeing Austin Mulitalo selling for Randy. Young man doing the right thing. I agree. Emily Williams. Oh, no, wait a minute. Let me get back to this. I've already read that. There we go. Okay, now it's what's the right word? Refreshed. From Emily Williams, you are correct, Sarge. Well, yeah. Randy carried the match, and if it was not for R-Truth, Randy would have won. 100% agree with your comment. Trisha McGarry Williams. John Cena was the one move wrestler in the match. He is crap. I also agree.
Yeah, because he
with
liked
that
to.
comment.
He almost hit the F5 or the attitude adjustment 5 times. We were like laughing. Instead of 5 moves Cena, it's 1 move 5 times.
I almost called it the FU as well last night. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. He also tried to put on that STFU too.
He did
during the match. But Alas, Randy Orton is probably going to get indefinitely suspended again.
I think they teased who Cena's next opponent is going to be.
Well, yeah, because let's get to that. Because the post press conference,
I don't. Go ahead, but I don't think it's that.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's talk about that, and then we'll talk about what you think. So, at that press conference, at the end of the press conference, of course, Triple H is out there talking. He had answered one or two questions so far from the press, and then in comes John Cena, whispers in his ear, and he wants to take over and answer some of the questions from the media. And just after he sat down and was about to get going, here comes the voice of the one and only.
Back up a little bit. He was very apologetic for his attitude and how he'd been treating the media lately, and he was there to answer every single question from every individual of each media that was sitting there.
Do you know why I didn't say anything about it?
Why?
Because he doesn't deserve any more airtime than what we're already giving him. So R-Truth's voice comes across, and here he comes into the room, and he's talking to John Cena, and he's talking about how the crowd is yelling Cena sucks and that he can't wrestle. Well, at that point, Cena stood up and was like, you know what? You say another word, and the consequences are not going to be good. And what does R-Truth do? He says another word. And John Cena did an attitude adjustment on him right through that table that was inside the press conference. And from that moment, the press conference was over. Done. Back to
Big
E and what's his Paul Rosenberg and the nice young lady that's out there. Jackie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a few minutes later, the show was completely over.
Right.
So my thinking at that particular moment was maybe at like Money in the Bank, which is the next show on June the 7th, that maybe we might see R-Truth and John Cena. R-Truth fighting his childhood hero.
So I've decided, and I'm putting it out into the universe.
Okay.
R-Truth should be the one to dethrone John Cena before he retires. It should 100% be R-Truth.
No.
Not CM Punk, not Randy Orton. It should be R-Truth.
Well,
I'm putting it out there.
Unfortunately, I think that match is gonna happen sooner than later. And unfortunately, I kind of tend to believe that he is going to hold on to that championship until the end of the year.
I'm willing it to happen. It's going to be R-Truth.
Willing it to happen.
I'm willing it.
I'm going.
Well, you know, his last, if it works out this way, his possible last appearance in the WWE will be none other than Boston, Massachusetts, in his backyard. I'm really beginning to wonder, does he go off into the sunset with the WWE Undisputed Championship, and between now and then completely ruin wrestling?
It's hard to say. I mean, John Cena is their franchise player, whether we like it or not. They could have decided, you know, well, let's just end this legacy with John Cena and start a new championship. I don't know.
But I guess I don't understand, why would you start a new championship? Because you got to have two championships. You got to have one on Raw. You're going to have one on SmackDown. So I don't think, personally, you would want to have him go off into the sunset with that championship.
I think it makes most sense to have whoever the hero is. I'm guessing it's going to be Cody.
Yeah, I think so.
Dethrone the evil empire or whatever.
But you know what's really wild is, since WrestleMania, which has been basically
3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah, almost a month. This week will be a month. We have not seen hide nor hair of the one and only Cody Rhodes.
That's probably why his return will mean that much more.
Yeah, you could be right.
Actually, I don't think R-Truth. Okay, I'm talking to Nicole this now. I want this Money in the Bank match to be like John Cena's first three-way match. I mean, John Cena is against like CM Punk or Roman Reigns, and I mean Roman Reigns became the first undisputed champion, but not CM Punk though. I mean,
he's talking about when Roman had both belts.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, and
sure.
Okay. And those three are like against each other, like.
So he's saying he wants to see a triple threat match with John Cena, which is a pretty decent idea,
Right.
I think.
Yeah. Well, I think CM Punk and Roman Reigns are going to have to get through Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker before any of that kind of thing happens, though.
Don't you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we need like, I don't know, Omos or something to deal with this? I don't know.
He's an Omos fan.
You're an Omos fan. We haven't seen Omos for a long time.
He's a fantasy booker.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I'll throw fantasy booker because I could tell you who's going to win Money in the Bank.
Who's that?
CM Punk. Because then that gives him the briefcase to be able to go against John Cena and cash in and not win.
So
I don't think so, because I think what's going to happen over these next couple of weeks is going to lead up to where it's going to be a tag team match of CM Punk and Roman Reigns taking on Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker at Money in the Bank. So I don't even think CM Punk's going to be a part of the Money in the Bank match.
So CM Punk, if you guys didn't know, I don't know, R-Truth may be one of John Cena's next opponents, but CM Punk here on his Instagram, the TV says John Cena's still the champion, and CM Punk says, for now.
Well, yeah, he did do that. Well, it'll be interesting to see how everything plays out between now and Money in the Bank. For sure.
He's looking for this undisputed champion with John Cena, probably.
Probably, yeah.
He could be. All right, we are up against our first break of the second hour here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We're going to go ahead and talk, we're going to go ahead and take that. And when we come back, we're done with WWE's Backlash from last night. We'll talk a little bit about AEW and what's going on with them this week. And then we'll jump in to the wonderful Dirt Sheet world and see what they have been saying this past week. And we'll do all that right after this.
Mizzou encourages you to eat smart like a tiger. Buy fruits and vegetables that are in season for maximum flavor at a lower cost. Find more tips like this at muext.us/eat smart like a tiger. Funded by USDA SNAP.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Finish your painting projects faster with GE Painters Pro Caulk. It's flexible and offers lasting adhesion, making it ideal for both indoor and outdoor applications. The quick-drying caulk creates a durable, water-resistant seal, and it's paint-ready after 30 minutes. Save big on GE Painters Pro Caulk. Plus, check out the weekly flyer on Menards.com for plenty more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, BJ Walters here. Join us for the News Radio KYRO Sports Flash from the Old Monroe Lumber Company at CN79 in Old Monroe and online at omlumber.com on your home for the Chiefs, Blues, Mizzou, NASCAR, News Radio KYRO.
Welcome back, Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We are live in the Gateway Fiber Studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM KYRO. We're also live on our different platforms and feeds. Of course, the radio station's Facebook page, KYRO 1280 AM 105.3 FM, Traveling East Productions, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble. Go like and subscribe. Of course, also Uncensored Wrestling Talks Facebook page. HD, we're also on X.
At UW Talk KYRO.
There we go. There we go. Now, Superfan. AEW this week.
Okay, hold on one second. We need to back up one little bit.
What's that?
And I knew you were probably just going to gloss over this fact just because you won't want to talk about it.
Oh, here we go, HD. I knew it was coming. I know exactly what it is.
Excuse me. 5 matches. What was our record from last night?
When you get up to the par,
No, okay, so you're now going to go
5-0. You went 5-0. last
Okay.
night. Congratulations.
Right.
HD and I went 4-1. It was that crazy Intercontinental Women's Championship match that we had said Becky was going to win. You got lucky, but one night does not make a full year of predictions that
but-
you have been behind on.
But I guess I took the belt for one night.
Not overall, no.
Yeah, see, I figured you were going to try to pull this overall stuff.
Are we doing an overall? Like, are you're keeping track?
When did it become overall?
Look,
whenever you decided to throw rules out there and everything on
You're
this now?
looking and talking to the ultimate WrestleMania prediction maker here. So a little bit of respect in your voice when you're speaking to me. Now, good job last night, though. Very good job. You came through. You picked all the matches. We will see what happens on the next one.
Exactly.
But you know what? He won't be here for that. So.
Oh, all right then. Okay.
I can still pre-print pick
Actually,
for you.
you'll be here. That'll be June the 7th.
Right.
Of Money in the Bank and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. And we'll have a show before the weekend before any
Yeah.
of that. So
yeah.
we'll do our predictions on that.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
And we'll see how you do.
Okay.
We'll see if you can keep the streak
Alive.
Hey, let's go ahead and jump into some, AEW real quick before I get to the dirt sheet. Your stuff from AEW this week, Superfan.
So, I must say, I've actually liked the wrestling much more on AEW going right now. Just the
I do
matches
too.
overall
I do
are
too.
very entertaining.
Yeah.
But some of the things that really stuck out is something I don't like. I feel like Will Ospreay is really trying to dig that opening again, the WWE versus AEW with who's a better wrestler and all that.
Yeah.
What did he say that made you think that?
Well, he's basically said on his worst day he's better than anybody in WWE.
When did
he did?
He said that like online or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
On an online post. Yeah. He
Yeah.
did say that. As far as I'm concerned, I personally think that Will Ospreay needs to just worry about what's going on in AEW, not worry about anything going on anywhere else, especially WWE, because when he does that, I don't know, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but it just seems like that it takes away from what he's doing and what he's accomplishing in AEW.
Correct.
And what everybody else is also doing and accomplishing.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we have said it many times, WWE is way up here and AEW is still way down here. But you know what? In the United States, AEW, like it or not, right now they're still the number 2 wrestling company.
Correct.
Now TNA is hot on their heels, I believe, because of number one, their partnership with WWE and the different people that they've had on NXT with them and on their pay-per-views and stuff like that. And their wrestling is quite good now. But like you guys just said, a lot of they're really starting to turn things around in AEW as far as the wrestling is concerned and the storylines.
Correct.
Now, I still say, you'll see a wrestler and then you won't see him for 2 or 3 months, and there's no reason why we're not seeing them. They're still faltering on that type of thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll have a match just because to have a match, and that's not always the greatest thing to do either. But, and I know the Death Riders, you like or you don't like.
Little
You don't
HD
like
doesn't like the Death Riders, but I do. I think they're.
Retired.
Say it again. Start over.
They attacked Daniel Bryan and made him retire.
Yeah.
And got the
you're not
world
wrong.
champion in the Death Riders once again.
Yep, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, young man. You're not wrong.
I want Daniel Bryan back.
You want him back?
You never know. We might see him come back. He might be the one to actually end John Moxley.
I just like I am like the only one I know that likes the idea of this hiding the title
I like it
because no one deserves to see it.
Sure.
And I was thinking to myself last night, John Cena's wearing his belt backwards.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if that's like, I don't know if they're connected to the same thought, but it's like, you guys don't deserve to see me wear this in the front.
It is kind of the same thought. You're right. Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I like it. I don't know. I just do.
And one of the other storylines that I think is quite intriguing right now, and I'm kind of digging to see where it's going to lead to, and that's FTR right now and the issues they're having with Daniel Garcia, and I'm kind of thinking from what happened with Collision on Thursday night, we might see a tag team match between FTR and Daniel Garcia and his partner of Nigel McGuinness. And that'll be very interesting. But also, at the same time, Nigel McGuinness, he better knock that ring rust off and quick, because he's only had a couple of matches in the last, 6 months or so total?
He had no ring rust against Bryan Danielson.
Well, you're right. You're right.
Like, he did very well.
Was it that, or was it Bryan Danielson carrying everything?
It's probably a little bit of both, but even carrying somebody, you can tell if somebody's not ready to have a match.
You're right. You're right. But is Nigel McGuinness ready to step in, not just with one, but with two?
I thought it would have been a happy ending if he would have just retired after he lost to Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
The other thing that about highs and lows of AEW, if you ask me right now, one of the lows is Ricochet right now.
A low?
Yeah.
He's a great character.
Why are you going to
Super fan.
rip a leg off Zach Gowen?
Oh, okay. He's going
He's
that
going that way.
He's going that way.
Well, you know what?
We watched that, didn't we? We watched that last night, the he ripping off that leg.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that part I hate.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
So with the whole FTR, Tony Schiavone, Nigel McGuinness thing, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I am. They did it before the WWE did it with Gunther, Pat McAfee, and Michael Cole. So again, like you said about John Cena kind of ripping off.
I didn't want to say it was a ripoff, but it's like the same idea.
It is what it is,
Yeah.
right? Like it or not like it, agree with it or don't agree with it, think it's okay or think it's not okay. It's still a ripoff.
Okay.
And,
all right.
Again, John Cena, same concept, same exact thing with the announcers and stuff too. The only difference is right now is WWE's already had their match.
Yep.
Where AEW, we're going to see it very, very soon.
Well, we've had commentators come out of retirement to wrestle all the time. Jerry Lawler did it.
Sure.
I mean, AEW wasn't the first.
No.
Right, but recently,
but I'm just
the
talking
hot storylines.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah.
I mean, Nigel McGuinness did it last year, if that's what we're talking
But
about.
it wasn't because of somebody was bad talking or about to attack or anything like
No,
that.
Nigel
One of the
started
other
it.
commentators.
Nigel started
Nigel
it.
started it with Bryan Danielson. But again, Nigel McGuinness coming to the aid of Tony Schiavone when he was about to be pile drived by FTR, Wheeler and Daxwood. WWE, come on, creative.
Mm-hmm.
I hear I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Hey, Little HD, I got a question for you. So should Bobby Lashley accept MJF into the Hurt Syndicate?
I like that first reaction.
I would say no, because MJF is probably in like a mission to destroy the Death Riders in a secret way. That he wants to join the Hurt Syndicate because he wants some secrets by them and how they defeat all of them and he wants to do that to Bobby Lashley and finally beat Bobby Lashley for his first loss or something.
Did you kind of follow that?
Yeah.
I followed it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's on a secret mission.
He wants to use the Hurt Syndicate
Right.
to achieve the championship, and the Hurt Syndicate doesn't want to allow it to happen, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah. So, before we move on, anything else that you want to talk about, either one of you guys, about AEW this
I
week?
mean, the Tony Storm promo on Collision.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Timeless.
She's
Tony
just
Storm.
she's so great.
She
right?
really is.
She's hitting on all cylinders.
All
Yeah.
cylinders. Would you agree with me when I say that Timeless Tony Storm is not only the best wrestler, but the best talker, the best all-around person in AEW?
Yeah,
right now.
I would.
I really enjoyed John Moxley's promo on Collision 2, where he's just talking about the upcoming cage match. It was a really good promo for a cage match.
Mm-hmm.
But he's second to Tony Storm.
Really?
In promo.
You know what? I'm going to disagree with you.
You are? Okay.
I'm going to disagree with
I mean,
you.
Tony Storm's promos, they're fun.
They are.
They get the point across.
But you know who else is absolutely fun as well? No, she's not a close second. She's second.
I know who you're going to say.
Yeah, and that's
Ew.
Miss Harley Cameron.
Harley
Cameron.
The girl with the puppet.
The girl with the Monet puppet. Yeah, exactly. I mean, she's been extremely entertaining.
Yeah.
And I want to see more.
They're letting her run. Like they just said, go be quirky and weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's like somebody gave her permission to be quirky and weird, and it
works.
Yes.
Yeah, and I
It
like the little
absolutely
tag
works.
team of Anna Jay and her.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
TNA.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Family friendly here.
It feels like Carly making fun of Mercedes Moné, like the puppet.
Well, yeah, she was. You're absolutely right. 100%. Anything else from AEW?
Not particularly.
Okay. Okay. Well, I tell you what. It's 11:33. We normally take our second break around about 40. Well, what do you guys think? Go ahead and take our last break now
Sure.
to have more time
Sure.
between now and the end of the show?
Sure. Absolutely.
Sounds good to me. We're going to go ahead and take that last and final break.
Yeet.
And we will be right back right after
Wow.
this. Yeet.
Yeet.
Hi, everybody. This is News Radio KYRO Vice President and General Manager John Shepper, and I have a question for you. Have you ever considered hosting a foreign exchange student? If you haven't, perhaps the time is now. You can host a high school student from another country who lives with your family for 5 to 10 months, a new international branch for your family tree, and an opportunity to share your part of America with an international teenager. AYUSA has been connecting families around the world for over 30 years. A track record of trust with compassionate, engaged student leaders and personalized host family support. There's no typical family. No matter where you live or how your family is structured, there's a student waiting for a family like yours for a unique opportunity. Find out more by contacting the AYUSA local representative Tricia Schneidermeyer at 636-295-7224. Explore the wonderful opportunities that AYUSA has to offer, connecting families around the world for over 30 years.
King Scott here, and I'm with John Lang, owner of Mount Top Motor Company. John, tell us about the latest sales you guys have going on.
King, we don't have one.
What? You're an auto dealership. You have to have some kind of sale going on.
Nope, no quote, unquote sale going on at our place. And you know why?
Why?
Because usually those sales promotion at other dealerships, they're BS, man. Most of the time they're robbing Peter to pay Paul somewhere, and we don't play those games at Mountaintop. We're not about sales, we're about true savings.
I like that. No sales, just savings. You're saying come in, check out the inventory, and you guys will prove that your pricing is always super competitive.
Correct. We've got so much great inventory in the lot right now. Many vehicles starting at $15,000 or lower. And with our great prices, we're confident that we can get you set up the right way.
You heard it. Great pricing, great inventory, great people to work with. And there's a reason Mount Top Motor Company has over 1,000 5-star reviews. Please don't settle for just any dealership. Aim higher and go visit the good guys in Troy. MountTopMotors.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
Looking for quality used equipment? Seidenstricker Nobe Partners has over 1,200 pieces of equipment in stock. Our used inventory includes 6 through 9 series John Deere tractors, combines, planters, tillage equipment, sprayers, and more. Plus, check out our low-rate financing options going on now. Visit snpartners.com to explore the full selection, including our S&P hot list. Get the equipment you need at the price you want. Seidenstricker Nobe, your partner for the land.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Overcast clouds in Troy, getting down to 52 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the upper 60s, light rain likely. Temperatures in the upper 70s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 71. In Warrenton it's 72 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground? Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Again, we are live in the Gateway Fiber Studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. I am Sarge. He is the one and only Superfan. Of course, also, we've got our resident referee, Mr. 123,
Yeet.
HD Daniels. And, of course, our special guest in the studio today, the one and only Little HD.
Me.
There you go. There you go. Now, before we get to our dirt sheet stuff,
okay.
Program note for next week. Superfan, you're going to be out of town, so it'll be myself, our resident referee, HD Daniels, and also we will have a special guest again next weekend where we will have one half of the NWA World League Wrestling Tag Team Champions. He is the Sergeant at Arms, Blade Lennox.
I'm excited for that.
I am
one.
too. That's going to be a good one. And then the following week, we will have the other half of the NWA World League Wrestling
Mr.
Tag Team
RKO.
Champions, Mr. RKO himself, RKO Taker.
RKO Taker.
RKO Taker. Of course, we're talking about the astonishing one, Austin Mulitalo. I love your kid. I love him. I love him. All right, dirt sheet stuff. Let's get into this real quick. The Wrestling Observer newsletter notes that Triple H made the final call on WWE's latest round of talent cuts, which I believe it's now up to 17. However, it is not known if he was told a number that he had to release, a dollar amount that he had to cut in these releases, or if it was just all at his own discretion. Now, I will say, I believe, that with Braun Strowman, it was more of a money situation.
Yeah.
Well, did you read what they said about Braun Strowman?
What did you read?
He was released on condition that they can bring him back when they need him.
True. But with releasing him, they're going to have to negotiate another contract with him.
Or maybe it's already in place. But
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be. But, again, this comes from the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Braun Strowman's release was about his high salary and numerous injuries, which he has been over the last couple of years. He has been a bit on the injury-prone side. And one person in WWE said that, and this of course was being said to them, was hurt worse than people realized.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that's true. And regarding WWE's main roster departures, the Observer heard the discussions were about wanting to bring new people to television, and that those who were let go and reached their peak of usage, honestly. And the phrase dead weight was also used. Okay, well, if that's how you're thinking, that I don't want it to be another month or 2 months or 3 months down the road. If that's the case, bring new faces in. Bring more people up from NXT up to the main roster. Let's get it going, because there's nothing like right now to hit while the iron is still hot, right?
What's the iron hot for? What do you mean?
You're coming off of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And you're coming off, honestly, a really good Backlash as well.
Uh-huh.
So, and you've got, and see, this is another thing that we really haven't heard anything about, honestly, and that's the WWE draft. Have these folks up, and then you can pick and choose where you want those different folks to actually go. Because right now, as it is, and we've seen many different wrestlers doing it. They're switching back and forth between Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown.
So, are you saying bring people up from NXT because they released one person?
No, they've released like 17 altogether.
But most of the people that were released were actually from NXT.
I would say it's almost half now, because you had Braun Strowman, you had Shayna Baszler being let go, you had Dakota Kai being let go, and the list goes on and on and on. There was like 7 or 8 of main roster folks that are gone, and then again, of course, another 7 to 8 from the NXT side too. And now the ones from the NXT side, we barely really saw anything of.
Right.
So those really aren't, I guess, missed folks from the show. So can you really count them in the way that you're talking?
But I think what he's saying is bring up people like Obafemi, bring up the Jordan Graces and kind of insert them into the WWE limelight and see how they sink or swim.
Well, it also depends on if they're holding a title right now too. And like with Obafemi, he is the NXT champion. You're not going to bring him up to the main roster, really. I mean, until he's done with that championship.
Well, okay. Sidebar.
Sure.
The concept of losing your NXT title and your reward is a promotion to the main roster makes no sense.
But it happens all the time.
Yeah, because wasn't Kevin Owen the NXT champion whenever he faced John Cena for the United States champion?
Yes, I have no problem with them saying something like, hey, the opportunity has come, let's relinquish your title. I think NXT should be flooded with relinquished titles. It's time to move on. You've been promoted to the main roster. Not, you just lost. Let's give you it's literally a promotion.
And then have mini tournaments for each and every one of those different. Okay.
Correct. Anyway, that's my sidebar. That's
cool.
That's always bothered me. But what I'm hearing though from you guys is you want to see more NXT people on the main roster shows, but I don't want Raw and SmackDown to turn into NXT.
But even so right now, with Raw and SmackDown, I think we could say that the majority of them now, on both sides of that coin, are filled with NXT folks.
Yeah.
So would you say that right now Raw and SmackDown is more like NXT, or are they still their own thing?
So I understand the purpose is NXT creates the new stars of tomorrow, and eventually, after the people like the Randy Ortons and the CM Punks and that class of people are gone, it'll be NXT. Raw and SmackDown will be straight up NXT unless they, rob some AEW and TNA people. I understand that. But everybody in NXT right now is so young. We can't just flood Raw and SmackDown with NXT people.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I agree.
Okay, all right.
I see your point.
Yeah.
I guess it's figuring out how's the best way to have retirement tours for people.
Yeah.
And be able to make sure that you've got enough talent behind it that people are interested in seeing when they step into the limelight. I don't like the fact that Fraxium right now is being pushed over to already at the tag champs level.
You have how do I say this? You have to put a spotlight on new people to see if they get over or not. But you can't. It's a fine line of sacrificing people like Motor City Machine Guns.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to.
Because I feel like they're just running the same story with Motor City Machine Guns that they.
Yep.
Well, on that regard, let's talk about this real quick. So, just this past weekend on Friday, a couple of nights ago, we saw a tag team that had just came up from the NXT roster, was former NXT champions, had only had 2 matches already, and on their 3rd match, they're already wrestling the Street Profits. Now, granted, it wasn't for the titles, however, they get the win over the Street Profits. Do you think that was too soon?
Yes.
Because I also believe that it was too soon for that. And I don't think it helped either one of those teams.
You think it made the Profits look weak?
I did.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I can see that. I can see the
especially
argument.
with them winning.
Well, especially with them coming off the week before from that wild TLC match.
There's too many champions or contenders slipping on banana peels these days.
True.
I believe. I see what you guys are saying. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, Fractium should have went over to Raw in the first place.
Raw needs more tag teams.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Yeah.
Now, this was mentioned before it was actually mentioned on WWE TV or anything of the such. But Dave Meltzer claimed that a world championship match between Jey Uso and Logan Paul wasn't booked at Backlash because WWE is instead planning it for the May 24th episode of Saturday Night's Main Event.
That was advertised last night.
Exactly. And Dave Meltzer, I got one word for you. Duh.
Well, when did you when was that report written?
Like Tuesday, Wednesday.
Well, last night we only heard about it last night on Saturday.
But it only makes sense.
Yeah, they've been pushing
at that
for
point.
a while.
By that point, we only had 4 matches on the card. We kind of figured there might be 1 or 2 matches added to it, but there hadn't been enough build-up time, I guess you could say. For I think anyway.
I don't know.
For the Logan Paul.
Jey Uso should have been on that card last night.
So you think that he should have faced Logan
It
Paul
didn't have
right
to be.
away?
It didn't have to be Logan. You know what I was thinking last night? If you don't want to have a world championship match, I'm sorry, Tim, but we could have had a yeet party in between matches. Like, get your world champion out there.
Yeah.
You know what?
You're not wrong.
Like,
You're
just
not
have
wrong.
a segment.
Yeah, but the problem is that would have been the length of a match because it would take 45 minutes to go through the song, 12 times? Every Raw now, if they're going through the song
He is
12 times.
salty.
He's salty.
He is salty.
Why did they even pick Jey Uso to fight like his second defending his world championship against Logan Paul?
That's a good question.
Logan Paul beat AJ, so he thinks he's the number 1 contender.
But did he really win a number 1 contendership match? No.
No yeet.
No yeet. No yeet. No yeet. Let us see here. Now, here we go, Meltzer again. Meltzer also says that one person high up in decision making considers Io Sky to be a breakaway star this year. She has a ridiculously great work rate, and everyone loves working with her. To that, I say this: ever since she came up to the main roster, heck, even when she was in NXT, everybody wanted to work with her. Her work rate was ridiculously awesome, and she has not strayed from that.
But after all this talk about work rate, you know what's getting her over now? Her signature taunt.
True.
Right. I'm surprised
that is
everybody's
true.
doing this.
Right. I'm not saying good or bad. I'm just saying all this talk
Well,
about
at least this
You're
is
not
better
wrong.
than this.
You're not HD.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I know.
You're not wrong.
I know.
Interesting. Fightful Select mentioned that Willow Nightingale's AEW contract is set to expire, quote unquote, in a few months. Now, it says AEW expects to re-sign her. If they didn't re-sign Willow Nightingale,
He's doing
would
the
you
Willow
say-
dance.
I love it. Would you say that that's a bad move by AEW if they didn't re-sign
Yes.
her?
Willow is a talent to keep.
Sure.
I really believe it. She needs more time on TV.
I agree with
Yeah.
you 100%.
Yeah, the
100%.
fight with Marina Shafir coming up, I think, should be a barn burner.
Oh, I cannot wait for that one. That one's going to be very, very good.
She is strong, but we did see in Dynasty. She won the TBS champion and lost by Sasha Banks, right?
Yeah, Mercedes Moné. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're not wrong.
We went to Dynasty when it was in St. Louis, and we
Yep.
still talk about how good that show was.
It was a very good
Yeah.
show. You're absolutely right.
Swerve Strickland beat Samoa Joe.
Yeah, that's very true. Now, here's something else that's very interesting. 50-year-old, and I didn't realize he was 50. He is. 50-year-old Matt Hardy told Busted Open Radio that he and his brother Jeff recently did a quote-unquote real intense test with WWE and were both told that their bodies are quote-unquote in the shape of like 30 to 35-year-olds. Who was doing the test and what Coke bottle glasses were you wearing?
Maybe Matt's body, but not Jeff's.
Yeek.
Well, speaking of that, there was also reported that Revolution's coming up for in Canada, and now Matt has to find a different partner because Jeff can't go across the border.
Go to Canada.
He can't go to Canada.
Can't go to Canada.
I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I don't think our world champion can either, can he? Or in WWE, I mean.
Which one?
Isn't Jey Uso banned from certain countries?
I don't believe
so. Or is
so.
it Jimmy?
I thought it was Jimmy.
Okay, sorry.
I think he's right. I think it is Jimmy.
My point is these things happen in wrestling, I guess.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It happens.
But
Real
then
life.
why book
Real
that
life.
match?
Exactly. Why book the match at all? Why book Matt Hardy with a special partner when all anybody's going to say is, where's Jeff?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Regardless of who the partner is for Matt Hardy when they face the Nemeth brothers for the TNA Tag Team Championships, if Matt Hardy and his secret partner were to win those Tag Team Championships, would that be wrong? Would that be the wrong move to do?
It's probably going to be the Lee Moriarty or whatever that. Right, I got his name right, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who they've been a trios for a couple months now. Would it be wrong?
Or Lee Johnson?
Lee Johnson.
Sorry.
Lee Johnson.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right though. I mean, he has been doing stuff with him for a while.
I mean, I imagine that's who's going to be Matt's partner, but your question is, would it be wrong? I think it'd be wrong if the Nemeth brothers lost.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think Jeff Hardy's and Matt Hardy's secret partner is Joe Hendry.
Say his name.
Yeah.
And he appears.
You like that theme song they did, right?
I like it.
I believe in Matt Hardy.
I like this young man. Well, here's something very interesting. Multiple sources have told WrestleVotes that Goldberg's name has been floated internally within WWE over the past week. This hasn't happened since his last appearance at Bad Blood, so it seems like his return and retirement match could be happening soon.
There were rumors he was going to be there last night.
Right.
Yeah, there were.
He'll probably end up in being rehab when it.
So I imagine it'll be a crown jewel show.
Right.
Who do you?
I think he has 2 matches before he's done, and I think he faces Gunther first, and there needs to be a well-run. It doesn't have to be real long, but at least maybe a month of Gunther and Goldberg trading barbs back and forth, and all that kind of stuff to lead up to the match, especially if it happens over in Saudi Arabia. And then his retirement match should be with Braun Breaker.
Spear versus spear.
Exactly.
Roman Reigns then. Sorry.
No, Braun Breaker, he's the thing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Dad, try to remember this in 2021. Okay, in the 2021's Royal Rumble, before the Women's Royal Rumble or after, remember Goldberg did face Drew McIntyre for the Universal Champion. And Drew McIntyre won by the Claymore.
Oh, that Claymore? Yeah.
Did he?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Drew versus Goldberg? I don't remember that.
I don't.
Yep,
He's got a better memory
Yeah.
than us. He's got a better memory than us.
I'm going to have to check the internet on that one.
In the Royal Rumble match? I'm looking it up.
No, it was like not in the Royal Rumble.
Well, Fightful Select adds that WWE has had discussions about Gunther possibly being Goldberg's final opponent. And I don't think that would be the right way to go. I think it should be Braun Breaker, to be quite honest.
I wouldn't hate that either because of the history with Scott Steiner. Goldberg and Scott Steiner.
Exactly. Now, also, and here's something that I'm intrigued by. And we've got about 2 minutes left in the show. And before you have them tagged together, at least a year. At least.
Yeah, I say let the singles go as long as they want to go with it. I don't need them as a tag team yet.
I don't know. I feel like they could get super over as a tag team.
They would be.
Like mega over.
But it's taken away from their singles stuff. I want to see them both holding singles.
Earlier in this show, I mean, that's a point to make, but earlier in this show, we already said Penta is not going to have a singles title for a while because of everything else going on.
True.
Lucha Brothers versus New Day? Come on.
Hey, okay. What was you pointing at here?
Look at this.
Did your son get it right?
HD. Goldberg versus Drew McIntyre in the Thunderdome.
Wow.
At the Royal Rumble.
Good job, little HD. I love it. I love it. I am loving it.
The memory on him.
I love it.
This is my favorite part.
All right, hold on. We're ending the show. Hold on.
And one last thing real quick before we get out of here. Of course, today is Sunday, May the 11th. It is Mother's Day. Again, we want to say Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Right, that's absolutely right. For Superfan, the Nematode Nelly, which will not be here next week.
Nope.
For
everybody hold back
our
their tears.
Resident referee, Mr. 1, 2, 3.
HD Daniel.
And of course, our very special guest. He is Little HD. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, dudes.
Awesome. We'll have you again. And we will see all of you next week right here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Go watch some wrestling.
Yeet.
This